So welcome everyone to this evening's presentation. My name is Rachel Garcia. I'm going to be sharing some information with you tonight that could potentially be life-changing for you and your family. Someone invited you to take a look because they thought it might be for you. And so I'm going to briefly share with you my story and a little bit of information about this company called Pure over the next few minutes. It's going to be short and sweet as this is the week of Christmas. Well, I guess it's 1 week away, right? So very, very close. So I'll tell you that I first found out about this company in 2008. At the time, I was working full-time as a physician assistant. I thought I was healthy, but I looked like this. My nephew had just been diagnosed with severe autism, and as a PA with a master's degree in clinical medical sciences, I had just done a ton of research on autism. What was it? Why were we told? Why did the doctor tell my sister he will never speak? He will never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old. And that research led me to understand the extreme importance of what we put into our bodies. And so even at this stage where you see me on the left, I just finished 3 months with a personal trainer. I'd spent $3,000. I'd lost 3 pounds. I had started an organic garden, or my husband had, in our backyard. I had one of those big juicers. I was buying expensive supplementation at the health food store and wasn't seeing any results, obviously. My brothers called me and said, hey, we've got this company. We want you to take a look at it. We know how into nutrition you are. So I agreed to watch a presentation like this. And within minutes, I heard them talking about the importance of cleansing your body of toxins and pouring plant-based nutrition in. And I'm like, this is truth. This is everything I've been learning in my research about my nephew's autism. I'm in. I compared, their products to what I was already buying from the health food store. What they had was more affordable. The ingredients were cleaner. And I said, I'm in. Give me everything they've got. And I will tell you, within 3 months, I dropped 32 pounds without even trying. Like, I canceled my personal trainer. So weight loss was tremendous. My sleep issues improved greatly. Like, I would say disappeared within days. My 3-year-old's constipation issues was gone within days. My husband struggled with weight as well, but he also struggled with extreme depression, anger issues. Those issues were gone within 6 weeks. But my nephew, this little guy with the red hair, was totally nonverbal at the age of 3. And we were told he would never speak. 3 months after starting on Pure, he began speaking in full sentences. He was still autistic, still on the spectrum, but we were able to communicate with him. And he just graduated from the same high school that I went to in Tallahassee, Florida this past May. So that was a life-changing experience for our family. And I decided I needed to get more involved and start educating people on these amazing gifts. This is not like any company you've ever heard of before because our results radically change people's lives. Some people are attracted to the health aspect of what we have. At some point or another, everybody with a body has an interest in making sure that what they're putting into their body is best. The average 50-year-old in America is on 5 prescription medications. I used to write 200 prescriptions a day as a PA. So I just want you to know, prescriptions are not necessarily always the answer. There's a better way. Genesis 1:29 says everything we need is from the ground, except it's hard to figure that out on your own. And this company has figured it out. If you're looking for an additional income stream, if you're struggling in December and you're sick of struggling in December, I hope you listen up to what we have to share. Why are we different? We're for everybody with a body. We're not a company that's just for men or just for women or just for the workout people or just for the kids who have pets or the people who have pets. It's for everybody who has a body. That's a huge demographic. It's 100% of the people that are walking around on this planet could potentially be your customer or business partner. We are consumable products. So when people consume and use our products, unlike my friends who sell jewelry or my friends who sell knives or vacuum cleaners or Pampered Chef baking stones, those are one-time purchases. This you purchase, you use it, it's gone. 30 days later, you need more. And that's where we really stand out. 93 out of 100 people who start on our 30-day servicing package repurchase at least 3 to 4 products going forward, unsolicited after that first trial month. That means what we have is pretty powerful. Our results speak for themselves. I'm here because I saw tremendous results in my family in the first 3 months. We have a lot of healthcare providers, medical doctors who've joined us because of the lab results that they see after 3 months. We're a 15-year-old company. Actually, we're in our 16th year now. We're totally debt-free. Phil Knight is one of our investors. He's the founder of the largest shoe company in the world, has a big swoosh symbol on it. And less than 100,000 Americans know we exist. There's only about 20,000 Americans actively sharing this with others. That's nobody. Why? Well, we've been going for 16 years, but we've been quite stealthy as to how we've done it. We've not really been big on social media. You probably heard about this from a friend who maybe asked you to sit down with them, watch a video, but we've not blasted on social media as many of the other companies out there have. The business model is literally one of the best business models in the world to get started in for a small business. My son is a freshman at Clemson. He's taking an entrepreneurship class and he just did a project on the brilliance of this business model. Richard Branson, Tony Robbins have gone on record saying that if you're looking to start a business, the low overhead, the low investment, the ability to leverage your time is powerful here. Robert Kiyosaki is the reason I opened two businesses in 2008, a skincare retail store and a construction company with $100,000 investment and overhead of thousands and thousands of dollars a month. I just met with a landscaping guy the other day who has an overhead of $40,000 a month. This business model's overhead is $135 a month. And if you can't afford that, your customers can pay it for you. So, are you making money while you sleep? Most of us are spending money while we sleep via the interest on our cars and our houses. But do you make it while you sleep? If you go on vacation, are you making money? Or if you take time off, do you lose money? I used to lose money when I took time off the office where I worked. And so I was looking actively for a way to create residual income. I loved my job. I loved seeing patients. I went to school for 8.5 years and spent $100,000 on my education. As a PA at the pinnacle of my career, I was making $250,000 a year. But if I stopped working, I stopped making money. Now I can stop doing what I do with Pure. I could move to New Zealand tomorrow and not look at my computer or my phone for the entire year of 2024. And I would make more in 2024 than I did in 2023 because of the work I've done for the last years. Are you doing something right now that will allow you to make money when you take time off in 5 years? Do you have someone working to make you money right now? Whoever invited you to watch this, who knows what they're doing, wrapping presents, eating dinner with their family, shopping. I'm working for them. I will work for you if you choose to partner with us. I was attracted to how it started in a clinical practice with patients for 30 years. The results were so good. They said, we've got to share this. They had a 3-year waiting list for people just to get on this cleanse, balance, build system. And they decided to spread it by word of mouth only. I believe now after 20 years, I practiced medicine and 15 years of sharing this message, the majority of the diseases and illnesses we face as a human race are the result of these 3 things. We are toxic. We are drinking out of plastic water bottles. Our food is being sprayed with poisons. Our cancer rates are skyrocketing. We're out of balance. We are not eating alkalinizing foods. We don't eat enough plants. We don't exercise enough. Sitting is the new smoking. We stare at our phones too much. We're eating too much sugar. And we're lacking in nutrition. And this, just go to a local kids' lunchroom. You have grandkids? Do you have kids? Go see what the kids are eating at lunchtime when they get back to school in January. It's prepackaged, it's processed, and the studies are showing it. The Journal of Nutrition published an article showing that more than half of our American children are not getting the nutrition they need. And it shows up in their lab work. It shows up in their behavior. It shows up in their focus. It shows up in how they act. You have kids that always struggle with anxiety. They're hyperactive. They aren't doing well in school. The teachers are complaining that they're not focused, or maybe they struggle with anxiety or depression. I can guarantee you it's likely because they're toxic and they're lacking in nutrition. So we're supplementing. We don't see results. We can't tell when we take it. We can't tell when we don't. But you all have cabinets full of this stuff since the pandemic in 2020. If you can't tell when you take your stuff and you can't tell when you don't, if you don't travel with, pack it in a bag and take it on a cruise with you or take it on a vacation with you, you can't tell when you're taking it. You should be able to tell within days if you're taking something that impacts your body, your one irreplaceable asset. It's important. And you should be able to see it in the lab work within a couple of months. You can't eat your way out of the problem that we're in. For over a decade, we've known. Multiple studies in 2010 came out showing essentially 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, and 2 cups of wheat is what we needed to eat in 2010 to equal one of each of those things in 1960, which is what our grandparents used to eat. We're starving, literally starving, and therefore we shove everything we can into our mouth all times a day. We need to cleanse, balance, and build. This is the 3-pillared philosophy of this company. We have to cleanse the toxins out of the 7 channels that we eliminate through your lungs, your liver, your skin, your lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines. We have to balance out our pH, pour plant-based nutrition into our cells, build up our cells with whole raw food nutrition. This is the 3-tiered philosophy of this company that gives serious results. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. If what you're using right now, you cannot tell when you consume it, you should consider switching. You have one body. But most of us treat our phones, our cars, the roofs of our houses, the air conditioning of our house better than we treat our bodies. When was the last time you serviced it? I know somebody was struggling with wrist pain. They went to the doctor. They got some scans. They got some blood work. They got some prescriptions, and they called that a servicing. That's not a servicing. A servicing is when you cleanse all the toxins out and you pour the plant-based nutrition in. We have multiple medical doctors across the country who are recommending this to their patients. They're on our wellness advisory board. Many of our products are in the physician's desk reference. And I like to talk about the Core Plus. I call it the 30-day servicing. It's made up of 7 products that cleanse those 7 channels of elimination and pour essential vitamins, minerals, omega-3s, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin K, things that we are missing out on because we don't get it in our normal diet. Things that when deficient, you struggle with things like sleep, energy levels, anxiety, depression, mood. Do you struggle with rage? Do you struggle with anger issues? Do you struggle with eczema, allergies? Do you struggle with Raynaud's phenomenon where your fingers are turning blue? Are you struggling in your intestinal tract, with your bowels, with reflux, with how often you go to the bathroom? Are you scared to get a colonoscopy because that last one was so bad and you don't know what you're going to do about it? Are your blood sugar levels getting to that area where you're like, oh, I'm pre-diabetic. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. My parents struggled with this. We have a way that you don't have to be scared and you don't have to be relying on prescription medications. The average person who starts on our starter package within 30 days feels better sleep, more energy, less pain, better bowel habits, better mood, and weight loss. What happens in the 3rd month and the 4th month? That's when the doctors can see the results. If you're over 40 or you're struggling with prescription medications, maybe you're carrying some medications in your handbag or your pocket or your car that you have to have with you at all times, you should look at the Core Complete as your starter package. It includes these superfruits that have been used for thousands of years in the areas where they're grown. They've been clinically studied here in the US for about 3 to 4 decades. You can research any of them. People oftentimes take a look at these products and go, oh, this looks so difficult. How would I get this in my body? Well, my boys are now 16 and 19, but they've been consuming the products since they were toddlers, 9 months old and 3 years old to be exact. They did shots or smoothies every single morning. They still do shots or smoothies every single morning. And the results speak for themselves. Not only are they the most fit 16 and 19-year-olds that I see ever, but they also are never sick. And they don't struggle with mental issues. And so if you want your children, your family to be the healthiest they can possibly be, get started on at the bare minimum our Core Plus today, or consider getting our family package, which services your whole family, not just your body. My boys are also big into the workout line. We have a sports line that is tremendous and they freak out about when we run out. Obviously, you can tell why they would freak out because they've seen the results and their gains at the gym. So we have a smoothie. We have a website where we educate you on how to use the products, how to get it into your food, how to get it into waffles and French toast. And you can learn a lot more at purelifechangers.com. We have a skincare line straight from Korea that gives you that glass skin, poreless appearance. I used to sell very expensive skincare, Obagi, SkinCeuticals, SkinMedica, in the office that I worked in to my patients. And now I recommend this. It's $188 for a 4-product regimen that lasts about 3 months. 30-day satisfaction guarantee. 95% of people who consume and use these products on their skin see results within 2 weeks. Less lines and wrinkles, less dark spots. If you're looking for a new skincare regimen in 2024 that's safe, we have the EWG rating on all of the ingredients in our Sensia skincare line. That means it's safe to put on your skin, which is your largest organ, by the way. You might want to look at our Sensia skincare line. By the way, 15% off coupons are dropping tomorrow. So I actually don't want any of you to purchase tonight, but tomorrow, December 19th, ask the person who invited you to get you one of those coupon codes. Changing Lives with Pure is, I call it, our TripAdvisor for Pure. Ask whoever invited you to add you to this page. You can scroll and see all the testimonies that have been posted. You can use the search box to type in migraines, cholesterol, eczema, ADHD, whatever it is that you want to look up, whatever ailments your family's struggling with, and see the very real testimonies that have been posted by just normal people, oftentimes people who don't even share it with others. They just want to share their testimony. That's why it's TripAdvisor for Pure. When I first got started, I really wanted to make sure everybody knew that they didn't have to be sick. And I would talk to people about the Core Plus or a 30-day servicing, which is less than $10 a day. It's $289 for the Core Plus without the 15% off coupon code. And people would be upset all the time because they couldn't afford $289. And I realized we have a pretty big problem in this country. If you are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and you can't afford $289 to service the one body you have, is it worth it to take care of your body now versus waiting until it needs help and it might be too late? Yes, it's worth it. It's less than $10 a day. Do a 30-day servicing. You will probably go forward with 3 to 4 products on a monthly basis, which is about $130 a month. Is your body worth $130 a month? Absolutely. more so than your car and your curtains and your shoes. Like your body is worth it. Take care of it. Cleanse the toxins out and pour the nutrition in. I'm now looking for people who want to make $10,000 a week. Now, I'm really good at helping people lock in weekly checks. I'm really good at helping people get their products paid for. I've helped thousands of people earn weekly checks. I'm looking for 100 people who want to lock in 10,000 a week. And of course, as we get to that stage, you get to 500 a week, and then 1,000 a week, and then 2,000 a week. What would 2,000 a week? How would that change your life? What are you doing now that will help you get that? I've been, meeting with people in the last week as we come close to 2024, and people are plotting out what their goals are for 2024. And, there's a lot of people are like, I need to start making 2,000 extra a month, 3,000 extra a month. How are you going to do that? We're talking about trading their hours for dollars, going to work at Walmart, going to work at a bar. If I need an extra $3,000 a month, I'm getting in front of as many people as I possibly can with Pure. Because I've seen number one, how it impacts people. So rather than me just taking my life, trading my hours for dollars to make it some extra money, I'm actually impacting other people's lives in a positive way and creating income. See, this is the future. Digital marketing, e-commerce, health and wellness. This is not going anywhere. We've made it to the 15, 16-year mark. Most companies, 98% of them are gone in 5 years. They don't make it this far. We're not going anywhere. So it's just as smart of an investment in your family's health as you can possibly get. So for those of you who want to purchase, don't purchase tonight, wait till tomorrow. Livepure.com, go throw what you want into the shopping cart. I recommend the family pack. It's what I started with because I didn't want to just service my body. I wanted my sister, my husband, my boys, my sister's son. And that's why we have the testimonies we have, because I started with the family pack, not just the Core Plus. We have a transformation challenge starting in this company on January 2nd. If you're interested in locking in with our transformation challenge, most people see weight loss with just the Core Plus, the 30-day service fee. But if you're really looking to take it up an extra notch, make sure that you look at one of our weight loss. We have a VIP weight loss package dropping tonight. It incorporates our two newest products, Magic and Magic Plus. We are seeing tremendous results with these two products. And we have a few different weight loss programs that you can incorporate these in. But start with the Core Plus. Use that through the rest of December, and then start hard January 2nd, cutting out sugar, dropping alcohol. We teach you exactly what to eat, when to eat it, and then add some fat burners and metabolism boosters on top of it. Reset Plus, or again, the weight loss VIP package that's dropping tonight. You don't want to get it until tomorrow. If you're just interested in consuming products, choose to be a preferred customer at checkout. You'll get 25% off plus the 15% coupon that's dropping tonight. But if you're sitting here thinking, you know what, I'm interested in sharing this with others. I'm interested in creating an additional stream of income. How do I do that? It's $49. If you get one of our business packages or our VIP packages, that $49 is totally waived and shipping is totally waived. All right. And then you get trained. I always tell people, if you can give us 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, I can help you create weekly checks. The training's all online. We have special training sites just for you. But if you're thinking of creating an additional income, this is the cheapest business you will ever start. The most you can spend here is $2,500 before the 15% off coupon. That's the most you can spend. And you're getting your entire family's health. But along with that, you'll be one of our VIPs, which means you have access to our VIP training site. You have access to, all of you will have access to our yearly training, which is happening in Jacksonville, February 8th, 9th, and 10th. But the VIPs have access to the leadership retreats that my husband and I put on twice a year. This is Asheville 2 weeks ago with those who of our VIPs who earned the leadership retreat, them and their spouses. We took them to a luxury location outside of Asheville, and we just lavish you. Like, we spent $30,000 on this trip, and you spend a lot of time plotting out, what is your future? What do you want to do here? How much money do you want to make in 2024 in addition to your full-time job or whatever your other thing is? You're going to develop some of the best friendships of your life. And we're serious about radically changing not just your life, but the lives of the people around you, if that's what they're looking for. So if you're interested in the leadership retreats that we offer, you want to make sure that you come in at that VIP level. Kristen and Skip joined with VIP 5 years ago. In 2018, she just walked away from corporate America because she was sick of missing out on her girls' lives. And Skip had done business with Phil Knight when he first started his sports retail store. And so when he saw that Phil Knight was one of our investors, he said, I'm in. Everything that man touches turns to gold, and he's very smart. So let's go. And they made $30,000 in their first 9 weeks. They're now one of our company's top earners. One of the first people they shared this with, they made a list and called Cozy and said, Cozy, you've got to take a look at what we're doing. Cozy had just lost her husband to cancer. She was raising their 4 kids by herself. She took a look and she said, I'm in. Came in with the VIP package as well and made $32,000 in 12 weeks. David Lindley also sat down, made a list, called 50 people on a Sunday afternoon and said, this evening, you've got to take a look at what we have. 6 months later, they made $102,000 from Pure. Where else can you do that? Does everyone do that? No. Does everybody make a list and call people and invite them to look? No. Actually, most people don't. We give you the instructions of what to do, but most people don't actually do it. These guys did. Josh and Ashley were $30,000 in debt. They made a list. They called people. They paid off $30,000 of debt within 5 weeks. And now 5 years later, they have 12 passive income residual real estate properties, each of which they bought with pure checks. You have something that's funding your financial, your fuel, like financially fueling whatever your passions are. What is your passion? Maybe you want to, I don't know, open an orphanage. Maybe you want to open a doggy daycare, but you don't have the money to get started doing that. Like, what is your passion? And maybe Pure could fund it for you. There's two ways to build. You can build a customer base. Maybe you just want to share it with others. Think of it like being a vending machine. Except instead of selling Oreos and Pepsi, you're selling life. And you share it with your friends. We teach you how to share it with your friends. And if you have 20 customers ordering 3 products a month from you, which is what the average person with Pure orders, you'll make $1,000 a month. There's no limit to how much you can make in that customer base. We have people making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month who've never told a soul about the business side. Those customers usually eventually become brand partners. And what happens is, like me, I started with customers, and then I would wake up and I'd have a new brand partner in Maine, and a new brand partner in California, and a new brand partner in New Mexico, new brand partner in New Zealand, Australia, Korea, Canada, and places that I'd never been before. And I didn't know anybody there, but I told someone who told someone, and before I knew it, I had brand partners all over the world. What does that mean? Well, essentially, I was only building 2 teams. So once I found 2 people who decided to share it with others, oh my God, I opened up all the payouts. I was able to earn all the bonus. They have 7 bonuses. And once I found those 2 people who wanted to share it with others and were sharing it with others, oh my gosh, the checks started to fly in. I made over 6 figures my first year. And I was making a phone call on the way to work in the morning. I didn't have time. I didn't see this as a real business. I argued with my CPA when he said I could write this off. I was like, whatever, it's not real. It's too cheap to be a real business. And then the checks start coming in. And I'm making a call every day on the way to work. Hey, Beth, I don't know if this is for you or not, but are you open to making income outside of real estate? If I send you something, will you watch it? And I'd call her on the way back from work that night. Sometimes she would answer, sometimes they wouldn't. That's how I got started. And so I've learned over the years how to create this passive income very quickly. That's my goal, is to help you create this passive income. And I show this chart because I want to address the elephant in the room. Is it a pyramid? And I always say, what do you mean by that? Where the person at the top makes all the money. You mean like your job? Like my job? Like there was the doctor, then the CFO, then the other doctors, then the PAs, then the secretaries. Secretaries could never make as much as the doctor. Definitely not as much as the PAs. You mean like that? It's the opposite of that. You can make more than me. I make more than the person who told me. I make more than the person who told them, because I refuse to quit. People would roll their eyes at me and go, oh, it's one of those things. Oh, she's gotten involved in that. Oh, rah, rah. Like, Bo did not speak. My nephew, enter Pure. Now he's speaking. Pure, what you say? It's life-changing. And I'm going to keep spreading the news as long as I have breath. I'm going to keep spreading the news, even if you tell me no. The first 2 people who joined me benefited from the 3rd and the 4th people who joined me, and the 5th and the 6th, and the 57th and the 857th. Why? Because in this example that you see here, Pat and Sade joined 1st and 2nd. And even if they do nothing as brand partners, the person who invited them is going to keep putting people in, more than likely. And when Janet here orders products, it's going to go into a savings account for Pat. And when Natasha orders products, it's going to go in a savings account for Pat. Now, whether or not Pat ever takes advantage of that savings account, she has to begin to share with others. But basically, one team has been built for Pat. Now she doesn't need to find 2, she needs to find 1. Remember what I said? When I found 2 people, I opened up all the pay plan, all the payouts. Powerful ones. If you're interested in creating an additional stream of income, wait until tomorrow, but choose to be a brand partner with whoever it is that invited you. There's no cap. I was capped out as a PA. I could not get over $250,000 a year. Anytime I got close, I got called into the office. We know what you make. We know what we agreed to in your contract, but we have to change it because you're making too much money. There's no cap. The owner wants me to make more money because it means he's bringing in and reaching more people. It's powerful. $49 to get started. Monthly overhead is about $135 to $150 a month. If you have a customer, Aunt Betty, who loves our products and she orders our skincare or the Mila or the Daily Build every month, 3 products a month, your overhead is covered. And then you go place your first order. Order whatever you want. Order whatever you want. If you're listening tonight and you're in your 20s and you're like, I can't afford the $2,500. Fine. Wait until tomorrow. Start with the $49 enrollment package and get the Core Plus, the 289. You'll get 15% off of that and you're set and ready to go. Plug it. We will send you a welcome text with 3 steps and you'll start learning how to build this business. I don't want anybody talking about it. I don't want anybody building their business without going through our training first. Our team helps more people create checks, more people earn trips than anybody else in this entire company. Okay. So I make more than 5 times what I used to make at the pinnacle of my career as a PA. If you're not making 7 figures a year doing this kind of business, please, please follow the advice and the training that I give you. The training is free. If you want additional training, look at our family package. Our family package is $4,000 worth of products for $2,500. But with that, you get into our VIP program where you have access to our special VIP site. You have access to our weekly Q&A calls. You have access to the leadership retreats. You have the opportunity to have one of our top earners create a private presentation for you to share with your friends and family. And you're getting your family's health. That's basically what you're buying is your family's health. It's fantastic. So lock in with whichever one it is that you're interested in the most and 30-day satisfaction guarantee. You really have nothing to lose, guys. Livepeer.com is where you start. Throw what you want into the cart. Go check out. Not tonight. Do it tomorrow. Make sure you get the code for 15% off from whoever invited you. And then choose to put the name. If you choose to be a brand partner, put the name of the person who invited you in. If you like to travel for free, my husband and I have been to Hawaii 3 times with this company, all on their dime. We've been to France, Spain, Australia, New Zealand. This is Italy. This is the Sorrento coast of Italy. Last year, we had this many people on our team that we helped earn this trip and their spouses. This is Greece just earlier this year. We were at the same hotel George Clooney was at 5 days earlier. That gives you the idea of the caliber of places this company takes us on. This is some of our friends hanging out at the pool where George Clooney was hanging out. And we're going to Switzerland in September of 2024. I mean, are you going to spend $25,000 on you and your spouse to travel to Europe? Maybe you would. I don't know. I have friends who do. I'd rather have the $25,000 in my bank account and let the company pay for me to go to Switzerland with my significant other and stay in a 5-star resort. Our excursion in Italy was to go to the island of Capri for a day. Like, they pay very well as a thank you for getting the word out. I can promise you this, if you don't make a change, nothing will change. You don't want December of 2024 to come around and your bank account to look the same as it does now. Your relationships to be sucked of time because you don't have any. More gray hairs, cholesterol levels up a little, blood pressure up a little more worried about your health. If you don't make a change, nothing will change. So I just really want to encourage you, get back to the person who invited you. Let them know where you're at. Let them know what your interest level is. And as we go into the week of Christmas, know that life can change. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter how old you are. It can be radically, radically different 12 months from now. So I hope that you choose to partner with us. If this is something you're interested in, get your questions answered. And then again, tomorrow, get back to the person who invited you for that code so that you get the 15% off. And I hope that I get to meet you and work with you very soon.